and he's meant to just be the guy that soaks it all, right? He's the sponge. So I like that aspect. Batrider should have a pretty good early game. I was a bit concerned for the laning stage for the Ursa, but they actually have a off lane. I can't tell what's going on. Okay, yeah, okay. So it is the off lane Venomancer. This should be super annoying. I have played this lane recently, and I don't know if you have, Owen, but it is not fun.
No,
Ursa versus Earthshaker Venom.
I mean, this game in general looks like a hard game for the Ursa. I mean, what do you sort of what's your plan this game as the Ursa player?
Here's what I've learned from Arteezy, you know, the innate model carry player, is when it's a really hard game for you, you just get a lot of items. That's like the only way to solve problems. So I think he needs to get like basically BKB Abyssal at a decent point in this game. BKB to actually tank through all this magic damage, and then the Abyssal to still close the gap through all these like slows and stuns they have.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Khan's going to get the chance to farm those items up. Of course, as you said, that pressure not only from the Venom, but having Gilga hanging around with the Shaker, proving to be a very strong duo lane to pressure Khan's early game. Looking at the other lanes, do you see any sort of really tough matchups for either of the teams here?
Mid should go about even. I think this is a pretty skill-based matchup. I've seen it go both ways. I think both heroes will get what they want. On the other hand, top, Ricky, he's just a high base damage hero, man. He's got high HP regen, high move speed. He's like the carry that's meant to just not lose his lane. Like, that's how I like Ricky. It's like, you know, you pick him into a counter matchup, it's always going to go pretty well. And Tide shouldn't really care about his damage early on. So, no, I think all the cores in this game should get the start they want. So I think it's one of the few games where you can actually just look at the matchups and say, okay, how do all these heroes do when they all get farm?
Yeah.
And because sometimes you can't assume everyone's going to get farm, right?
No, for sure. But as you say, we should see if the cores do indeed get away with finding the farm in this laning stage. I mean, I guess we sort of talk about the difficulties that the Ursa is going to have to step into as the game goes on. I mean, for Ace on the Ricky, do you consider No Bounty Hunter to have good tools to deal with a Ricky as this game goes on?
They pretty much have to bank on the back of this Rubik. Even stuns like Lasso that are pretty instant but not instant, it is hard to catch Ricky, man. This hero is completely obnoxious. I'm curious if he'll go for the blink after the Battle Fury Ags. I've been seeing a decent amount of that because the Ags gives you the 3-second tricks to the trade, which guarantees your blink afterwards, so it makes it even more elusive of a hero. As we see top, Tofu potentially going to bite the dust here.
Yeah, he's going to try and summon the magic missile onto Ferviant. Blink chasing him down, Anchor Smash, but the Fairy Fire keeps Tofu alive. Same time, Ace, he's on the verge of finishing off Ferviant, jumping in with the tricks of the trade. Just needs one, probably 2 more hits now with the regen that Ferviant has going with that Tango. Ace is hunting to finish him off. He's trying his best to duke through the trees. Anchor Smash comes in, but the Wave of Terror will give vision and allow Ace to jump across, find his target, and get that first blood. Magic Missile back up. You can start to have a bit of a poke onto Blink, and Blink's going to play it safe. Pops the stick charge, TP's out of there. But all in all, first blood for that Ricky.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have the Orb of Venom just yet, but it looks like he kind of intended to sustain through the lane with this full wand, and then he's going back for the Orb of Corrosion. I feel like a lot of these mediocre laning carries, in the sense that Ricky, in the early game, his damage output's pretty lacking. They're all enabled by Orb of Corrosion, man. It just changes the way, like, that Rubik there, he can't play the lane pretty much anymore once Ricky gets that Orb of Corrosion, because all that time he spent chasing him, he's not going to be able to run away again.
Yeah, I mean, because Orb of Corrosion is an item, I mean, on these sort of heroes, actually hold that thought, because down in the river, fighting around this 4-minute power rune, Gilga is going to be able to grab him. That's going to allow him to come back in, start a run down enter key, as he's off to the high ground with the Firefly, and that should be enough to keep him safe. But yeah, so on heroes on Ricky, Orb of Corrosion pretty much every game. Are there any sort of games where you skip the item? Or is it that good?
It's either when you're losing your lane to a point that you don't feel like you can be aggressive, or the other person's given up on the lane so quickly that you kind of just don't need it.
Sure.
It's pretty much when like, if it's a contested lane at all like this, I would say I'm buying it almost every time. It's just too value. I feel like this item, the Orb of Corrosion addition to the game, proves just how balanced the game is based around the fact that items take slots. Like, the thing that's broken about it is that you get Blightstone and Orb of Venom into one slot.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much what makes it so good. Because so many heroes, they want to go, like, double Wraithband, or, like, they eventually have to sell the Blightstone or the Orb of Venom very early, and they just don't have to anymore, as we see a Rune engagement.
Yep, see them try to go for Royal's Fervian. Tofu popping the stick charges, kiting them up as Ace is able to slowly work from Fervian. The Magic Missile finishes him off. Tofu does still go down, but the trade will be there. And still, there's all this action that the Ace is getting involved in positively. 1-0-1, and continue to have very nice farm on this top lane. I mean, as you see, all three lanes at the moment, the cause of Hellbear Smashers, just that little bit ahead of their counterparts on No Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I think Ricky is heavily favored in the Ursa matchup from carry to carry, as we see Ursa actually does. Okay, this is the one death Kyle's talking about. He's got to die 3 times, I believe. I think Kyle said 3 times, so that's 1 of 3. Ursa's not too happy about it, though, because he doesn't have any salve coming out from him or the Coddle. But the Ricky matchup is so hard because he has Cloud to make you miss, and then Ursa actually never really buys, like, armor items or, like, tanky items. He kind of relies on his ultimate. So any heroes with heavy physical burst are actually pretty annoying for Ursa to deal with, as Ursa looks like he's going to just get denied. Deny him!
Oh, nicely done. Yeah, Flash indeed able to get the last hit in on him. As Khan, of course, still out of the lane for 20 seconds, but no benefit in terms of the golden XP going the way of Hellbear Smashers, thanks to Flash being very
That
quick.
might actually be worth it as a carry, because, like,
Sure,
your
for the
choice is
reset.
to either die or
Yeah.
get a ton of regen, right? So now he gets to come back full health, full mana. Obviously, if he had fed the kill, it would be not worth it, but the fact that it got denied, I would say, is they're very happy with that, all things considered.
Yeah, absolutely. To the point where maybe he was even sort of playing for that. You know, he wanted to be in that deniable status.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up there and get galed, man. Just deny me with your.
That's what you tell
damage.
That's what you tell your supports, right? When you're doing that as a circuit or any sort of carry, getting yourself in that deny range, all part of the plan. And yeah, back to lane, and with the 2 rings, yeah, he should be pretty kitted out to deal against this sort of damage over time from Rasmus. But still, of course, just not able to farm anywhere near the same as the pace that Ace is hitting up top. Bottom lane, another connection with the Gale. Gilga trying to get in position to lock down Khan. Khan tries to turn over towards Rasmus, but he's hit the 6 Rasmus. The ult is out, and Khan, he will fall again. But it's another deny, though. I mean, hey,
I don't know
Flash.
if this one's nearly as good as the last one.
But, hey, 2 denies in a row. Flash, he's on a roll. He's on a roll here. As top lane, Ace, Tofu, the try for the poke onto Blink. Blink rather tanky as the Tide, but they're just having the 1 point in the passive. But not tanky enough. Good body blocks here from Tofu, setting up for Ace to finish up the kill.
They got a bar. Oh, thanks.
See, Stormstormer. And the power runes will lock down. About here with the Dream Coil, trying to set up for the time to get down towards the bottom. But already you have Flash making the moves to take that Arcane Rune away from Puck being able to potentially bottle it up. And yeah, this was just 8 minutes in. It's a 3k lead for Hellbear Smashers. I mean, no bounty hunter. With the lineup that they have, what's their best sort of move to try and get something done out of what's been a rather tough laning stage so far for them all?
I always believe in these type of situations that since you're individually losing each lane, that you have to just make a move somewhere as like 2 or 3 cores. So like Batrider needs to come and kill this Veno, Ursa needs to go top and try to take the tower, like something where you just combine 2 of your slightly weaker cores to try to like have the numbers advantage in 1 lane. Otherwise, I feel like you kind of just slowly bleed. I think this is a problem that a lot of tier 2, tier 3 teams run into, is that they kind of delay the group up portion of the game a little bit too much. Like, all it takes is 1 small move where you get an extra tower, you maybe kill a high net worth hero like the Ricky, and suddenly this 3k net worth lead shrinks down to 1.5k and you're feeling pretty good. But as things are going, Hellbear Smashers feel very good about this.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think, yeah, as you say, pressure definitely on Entakita to get some moves happening, but he's still trying to, of course, farm up the boosted travel. He's got 1,200 gold in on the recipe, and until he has that Hellbear Smash is pretty much going to continue to have free reign at the map. They themselves actually being the team that's going to make moves. If the smoke comes out, they're heading towards the top. Ravage is popped by Blink to secure the kill onto Tofu, put a stop to that escape, but whilst it was going on, Ace able to move past him, finish off Flash. Got Stormstormer heading up here, comes in with the nuke damage, and Ace is set up again for another kill. As Ace getting so much done. Lasso being used by Enterkey, but there's not really any follow-up. Doesn't matter. He alone is able to kill off Gilga's Shaker. Ace, he's in onto Fervian though. The trick's the trade. It should be another kill if he can get that final hit. He's trying to find it. Can he get in, Ace? He's going to have to jump back in a second, and there it is. Picks up another. Ace now on a mega kill streak. Silence from Stormstormer over towards the bat. Enterkey's got to be careful. Ace jumping in. As the TPs are coming over, the tricks to trade not quite enough to finish Enterkey. Mass TPs here to try and turn things over towards Ace. Ace, he's just going to TP out. He knows that they've got nothing to cancel it, and Stormstormer also able to orb safely away. And so he's just getting away with so much here, Ace, and this sort of involvement, 5-0-1, and the farm that he's had, it's going to be a very quick battle fury on the Ricky this game.
Yeah, I think this game is a good highlight of why Kyle was so hesitant for the 2 support picks in the first round, the Rubik and the Coddle. Because the fact that they picked 2 supports, usually there's some weakness that you're exposing. In this case, I think it's just the fact that they're 2 very position-based squishy guys. I love to pick the Rickies, the PAs, you know, these heavy physical gap-closing heroes that just usually are limited at damage at this stage in the game. Usually it's tough for Ricky to get kills this early, but because there's so many squishy heroes for him to basically feast on, his limited damage output's not really a problem right now.
We have kills from Hellbear Smashes going on multiple lanes at the same time. Enterkey ended up going down to Tofu at the same time. Bottom lane, Ace and Rasmus, they're hunting in for this. Rasmus does get a bit low, and now with the TP heading back in from Khan, they do have to back away, so won't quite be able to kill the Rubik off.
That's just... Ursa really want to be here, though.
Yeah, it's a scary... Yeah, especially with the extra backup coming in for the Venge. They're going to have 3 heroes ready to push in onto that tier 1. Top lane, Gilga will be able to keep himself in the shadows and away from that gush of Blink, and indeed down bottom, starting to poke at Khan as he has to pop the Enrage and just head away from this tower, as this area of the map looks to be a rather scary one for No Bounty Hunter to stick around in, and indeed they're leaving this place, and they will let Hellbear Smashers take away this tower.
Yeah, one of the number 1 words of wisdom that always stuck with me when Koikful was giving me a few pointers was, if you TP to a lane, you farm 1 creep wave, and you walk away, that was not a good TP. That's exactly what the Ursa just did. He's like, oh, well, I guess I gotta get out of here now, because I'm sure what Smash thought is, does this Ursa really want to be against a Veno in lane? Let's just bring 4 heroes here and kill his tower. So it's immediately booted out, and pretty much just a free tower for them. They're already ahead. They've taken the mid tower, they've taken the bottom tower, so 2-0 on the tower with a Ricky. That's scary map control. As the lasso dive on top, that's good though. Yes. He did just TP there.
TPs are coming in to try and fight back against the side of No Bounty Hunters. Both Blink and Flash are trying to escape. Flash taken down incredibly quickly by Ace. The Dream Coil dropped down onto Enterkey. They do have the Ravage coming out to the 3 of them, but do they have the damage to get the kills? Gilga getting low. They'll clean up the Shaker too, so 2 kills for No Bounty Hunter, but it's looking like Ace just might have to clean up here. Triple kill for the Ricky. Over towards the bat they go, as an ultra kill at 13 minutes is picked up by Ace. There's No Bounty Hunter. They really put everything into that, trying to fight into Hellbear Smashes behind that tower. They get kills, but it's so much gold and XP that this Ricky is getting. Ace is just completely out of control. That is the Battle Fury done on top of the Treads Orbital Corrosion at 13 minutes.
Holy crap, I thought he was still the broadsword away. He's actually just done. That's, the thing is, like, 13-minute Battle Fury for, like, a free farm Ursa or, like, a free farm Jug, since they have this steroid, you know, spin or the Earth Shock for Ursa, is not that unheard of. But Ricky, like, part of the balance of the hero is he's not supposed to be able to get a sub 14-minute Battle Fury with an Orb of Corrosion. He didn't, like, skimp out on items either, so this is danger zone. I don't even know. This is terrifying. This is feels like a free win for if I'm the Ace playing Ricky here.
Yeah, especially considering how flawless his moves have been so far. Ace just not dying at all this game. And as you mentioned before, just the fact that it's picked into a lineup that doesn't have the best of ways of catching this Ricky, unless Enterkey and Blink can come off with some really big ults to open up onto him. But even then, you know, just having the saves, Hellbear smashes, they've got Tofu on the bench. There's going to be ways to get Ricky out of any sort of trouble if he does end up in it. And
yeah, oddly enough, I think the best heroes against Ricky are ones that at this stage in the game just don't really mind getting blinked on.
yeah.
Like before he has damage, and pretty much every hero but the Tide is terrified of getting blinked on by the Ricky even before he had damage items. And it's going to quickly get out of control once he gets his Axe Scepter on top of the Battle Fury. If you guys have not yet witnessed it, I'm sure you'll be one of the people that are typing OS Frog in chat at some point when he gets an Ultra Kill with one Tricks of the Trade, because this is the damage output is insane, because you cleave off of the backstab damage, you're hitting 2 targets at once, you're getting double the, you're basically getting like quintuple the value, you know, when you multiply everything together.
Yeah. And yeah, those sort of moments are very likely to happen in a game where Ricky's getting these items this quickly. You know, this is going to come at a stage of the game where no bounty hunters, heroes are going to be just so vulnerable to that sort of hard hit that Ace is going to be flying in with through the Tricks of the Trade.
Yeah, it seems like the game plan for Hellbear Smashers is just so simple. They're going to put Rasmus top on the Veno. He's basically just says, I dare you, come at me, bros, as you have to fight through all my wards to get this tower. Ricky's going to farm the safest farm on the map with his Battle Fury. Earthshaker's almost got his Blink Dagger. And basically, they're just farming more of the map than Radiant, as Earthshaker does get lassoed, 200 gold off of his Blink Dagger, so this would be a costly death.
And they're going to use
They do look to fight here.
And they're going to be able to get Gilger out of there. Swap down to the low ground. They protect the Shaker. He's able to turn with the Fisher onto the 2 of them. And Taki nearly dying, actually. There's the neutrals. Will manage to keep himself alive. And Tofu will fall. But as you say, the important save being done. Making sure that Gilger gets out without his bank account being affected. 100 gold off the Blink.
Yeah, most notably, Ricky's just farming bottom, Veno's just farming top. Yeah, it looks like there's an engagement going on. Usually engagements imply some sort of inefficiency, you know, coming out from both teams because they're not farming, but Hellbear Smashers are actually just farming everywhere despite that. So Ricky's going to go stack the Ancient. Actually, Ricky's the most annoying hero in this regard because you can't stack unless you consistently attack, which is he... Oh, wow, he did this correctly. Okay. Props to you, Ace. I'll give you that one.
He's, you know, this guy's a professional. Very nicely done it. As he indeed does manage to get both of the stacks. Yeah, they're ever so close towards having the Aghanims complete. Top lane, Blink. Having a bit of a poke at Rasmus, but Tofu's around. But Blink's got to be very, very cautious. How we're seeing on the progress of Khan. Khan does have his own Battle Fury finished. But yeah, pretty much is sort of a complete item behind that of Ace's progression. Top lane. And Blink, he's getting very low trying to play into these heroes. And yeah, they will be able to burst him. Gilger jumping over, getting the lockdown on towards Flash. Flash trapped him by the Fisher hit. He's trying to run himself away. Storm actually just going to jump past the tower. Look to get the Dream Coil down onto Fervian. They pick off the Rubik. Flash hiding in the trees. Storm's going to TP out. We'll respect the fact that Khan's heading over, and Khan will claim Tofu. Or will he? Do they have detection? And they do now, but he's able to put the magic missile. Fisher's out as well. Tofu's trying to run. The blast does hit him. He's back into the shadows once again, but they've got the AoE with the flame break. They will manage to take down that Venge. Still just, it's so much space here for Hellbear Smashers as they just continue to get that much more done across the map, and no pressure whatsoever on Ace.
Yep, that's pretty much the name of the game here between the two carries, as we see another lasso. He really does not like this Earthshaker, by the way.
Oh, he's on him every time, Entity.
I feel some serious hate there. I don't think it's actually dislike for the Shaker. I feel like he just can't last with any of the cores. He can't get on top of Veno.
Yeah.
Can't find Ricky. Can't reliably lock down the puck.
Uh-oh.
As Coddle gets 2-shotted.
It's going to get pretty nasty. Ace, that's it. I mean, so what, 19 minutes in, Battle Fury Ags. It's pretty much dream situation when you're picking this hero with that sort of timing.
Yeah, the thing about Veno that's so nice this game is even though they last picked Tide because they needed this frontliner guy, Tide's the most powerful when you have to commit with your heroes in order to like start a fight. And what you saw top was they kind of just kept poking him. They were just like, yeah, you're just going to slowly lose your health, and then eventually he's at 600 HP and the puck just goes on him and kills him instantly. So that's not the way Tide functions in a successful game. As we have yet to see a Blink Echo. He's had it for a little while. to set up behind the puck as a separate engagement goes on top.
There we go, jump onto Blink. Will be forced out to the side. Tofu able to swap Fervian back in. As Ace being a little careful. I mean, he knows that the Ravage is there. But still, Blink is low. See how much Ace wants to dive in mid lane. In they go on to Gilga, but Gilga able to put the Fissure. Doesn't matter. Enrage is out in time. Khan's able to move in and take the kill. So no Bounty Hunter finding something and not losing anybody yet on this top lane. The Smashers turn their attention towards the tower. Antiq coming in across from the river. Tofu on the high ground. No swap save available for 20. Still though, Blink he does show himself again on this lane, and he's trying to have another look towards him, but once more, Fervian forcing Blink back to safety. Hellbear Smashers making sure not to overstep the mark on this top lane and aren't diving too far. They know that no Bounty Hunter have turned up with the response, and Entiq's looking for the lasso. He's not going to find it though. Stormstormer in immediately with the Dream Core, forces him to pop the BKB. He'll make his way over towards Rasmus, use the lasso to lock down the Veno, dragging him back in. Rasmus will manage to get the ult off, but he will fall. If they get the kill, swap over to the side, Ace jumps back in with the tricks the trade, and now he's looking for Fervian. Fervian, couple of hits being brought down low, but the Ravage from Blink does buy him some time to turn, lift Ace up. Ace still able to continue to push on with the jump back over towards the Rubik, takes him out, double kill for him. The slam comes out from Gilga, catching onto the back lines as they're looking to now turn back over towards Gilga. There'll be a buyback from Fervian, but Ace, he's just cleaning them up one by one. Tricks of the trade in plays. Blink, he's back underneath the tower, but Ace, he finds the attention over towards him as it's an ultra kill for Ace yet again, as they just do not have the means to deal or hold back this Riki, even being caught in the Ravage and the Telekinesis. That was it. That's all they have to disable him. After those two spells are used, the whole fight is just a free reign for Ace to jump around as he wishes.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised. The Ursa went and got the rune prior to that fight and had like an entire bottom half of the map to farm because all of Hellbear Smashers was top. And the Coddle actually recalled him into the fight. I don't know whose choice that was, but he was a recipe off of BKB. He's not quite ready to fight yet, even though he's behind the Riki. I think when you're behind like this, you have to kind of just recognize, when will I be at my strongest? You know, what's my best chance, even though I'm still going to be weaker, to fight them? And he just shows up to the fight and like just gets nuked down by like half the health from Riki and the other half from the Shake. And I think that was just a little bit preemptive of an effort from the Radiant squad to try to make a comeback in this game. And when you try to make that move a bit too early, it kind of just makes things worse.
And you mentioned, of course, you know, for sort of Riki, a lot of different ways you can go after the Ags, Battle Fury basis. Did you like the choice here from Ace? Just looking to straight step up the damage and going for the crit?
Yeah, I don't think there's any reliable way for them to find him. They don't have Blink on bat. Or maybe they have it now. They do. Okay. Well, even then, yeah, he's going to reliably get the damage out, I think. So this is no reason to not just do more.
That's a good jump on mid. Able to get Stormstormer. Puck is out. This was off the back of both teams trying to make a smoke.
Versus 300 off BKB. Stop recalling him.
Oh, they're going into the pit. There's going to be a buyback from Stormstormer. I mean, you're right. Khan hanging around and not quite having that item finished.
Just let him get his BKB. I have to imagine he's like calling it or something. Like, get me in the fight. Like, I know this feeling, man, as a carrier. Like, I just want to fight. But
I mean, here we go. He's got it now.
It's coming.
Yeah, so it's on its way. But Blink is getting gone on the side here. Only going to go down. Yeah, Stormstormer's in with the coil. Doesn't quite catch the type of the coil, though, so Blink's actually able to still step back. He's fine. Turns, actually, with the opportunity to find the Ravage onto the puck. Trying to move Khan in, but Gilga just jumps past it all again. The slam on the two of them takes out both Blink and Flash. And it's just another cleanup here from Ace. Ace just jumping target to target. Over towards the Ursa they go. The BKB already being used and coming to an end. Khan will be slowed and finished off here. Ace jumps in. Just kill after kill after kill for this Riki. 17-0-2 for Ace. We saw, of course, a dominant performance from Miracle on his Slark earlier. We're just seeing another one of those games where just one of the heroes just gets completely out of control as Ace just continues to add to the kills here. And that's going to be the full Daedalus done at 24 minutes.
Yeah, Ricky's pretty much in the same category as Phantom Assassin. The heroes aren't meant to have some flash farming start, because once they get 2 or 3 items, they just kill everybody. So the snowball potential of these heroes is absolutely insane, and we're seeing basically a perfect example of this in this game.
Yeah. Just insane timings there, because he's 6 minutes faster than the patch fastest in the Ricky games that we've had from Ace. Having a very, very nice time here in this game 1.
He crits for 1,150 during Tricks of the Trade. And he's hitting 2 targets, so potentially doing 2,200 a hit if he were to crit at the same time twice.
Yeah, whilst being in a place where you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, he's basically omni-slashing at that point, too. Oh, yikes.
You just got to run. But that's pretty hard. As you know, of course, this lineup of Hellbear smashes pretty much all the 4 of the heroes offering some sort of control to lock you down or keep you in a slowed state. So Ace is easily going to be punching into you multiple times during a Tricks of the Trade. And Ace, he's just up to the high ground. Blink. He's getting low, Ace. He wants to try and finish it, but won't manage to do so. Will be a bit of a disable there from Fervian. Still, they've got to be very careful how they approach the defense, Ace. With that Aegis still for 3.5 minutes. They'll be more than happy to jump in there. There's a DD rune spawning in the river. Bottom lane can't. He's going for the BKB and the TP out, but the swap's there.
Oh, swap.
Tofu is able to put a stop to Khan's escape. He gets the tower, though. And, you know, Khan, he's going to say job done. Objective complete. There's mid. Oh, blink. He's running. Woo, there we go. Crits coming in. And this Tide just gets completely shredded by Ace. Flash, fortunately enough for himself, does have a Ghost Scepter. They managed to find the lasso on the Ricky.
Does he die?
I don't know if he does. And even if he does, he's going to have that second life. He jumps over towards Fervian. They will, or will they get him the once? They're not even going to get him the once. He's able to get out, and he's able to play for another 2-3 minutes with this Aegis, as they couldn't even kill him the once.
Yeah, that's just Ricky Dota, man. These heroes that they're balanced. I said it already. I'll say it again. They're balanced based on how many items they're supposed to have at this stage in the game, and this is way more items than he is supposed to have right now.
Yeah, 27 minutes in, and Ace just he's about 6,000 gold ahead of anyone else in the game.
And the other guy you're ahead of is Batrider. He's not exactly going to carry the game.
Oh. That's a dead bat as well. That's the.
Oh, there he goes. That's the other guy.
Yeah,
pretty decent net worth.
That was kind of close, but not quite close enough in farm. Ace, he might go down this time. Jumps over the Tricks of the Trade. They do lose Gilgar on the Shaker, and they will lose Ace's Aegis. That's him down the once, but now the BKB and the aim rage has been used by Khan. Khan's got to get out of there. Blink slow. Doesn't manage to get the Ravage off as Ace jumps in underneath the tower, and they're going to get the kill. They do manage to kill off Ace. He dives in for it, but a quick reaction there from Blink with the Ravage. And now with a Fade Bolt, for a team that has been getting smashed for the last 28 minutes by this Ricky, they are able to get some pretty good kills off the back of that defense. As they'll get a tiny bit of breathing room in this game.
Yeah, the kill also went to Ursa, so the net worth is going to be well used, and he's working on that Basher. I'd say like 2 or 3 more of those from Ace, and this is a problem. But that's about where I'd leave it at.
I was going, yeah. But would you actually say 2 or 3, or do you think it needs to be more, or do you like literally 2 or 3 more deaths as the Ricky, even though you're as far ahead as he is, could still cause troubles for Hellbear Smashers in this game?
Yeah, I just think Ricky's main weakness going into the hyper late game is that he can't really end the game.
Yeah.
So if you manage to feed away a couple times, eventually all the supports have Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, Yules, all the cores have enough damage to actually burst you before you get off your Tricks of the Trade. So it does become a bit harder to carry the game, and that's why I think it takes like 2 or 3 more deaths.
Okay.
It's going to be a while before it's a problem, but I'm pretty sure that's just, him being 19-0 and really feeling himself going deep into the base. I don't think it'll happen again, but we'll just have to see as Radiant looks to capitalize on this momentum with a 5-man smoke. No Ravage, though.
Yeah, how long we got on that still? Yeah, 50 seconds. So just going to be really around the lasso into the telekinesis for that lockdown.
And they're like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, still very hard to make moves. Because pretty much if they don't get that jump on the Riki, Ace is, he's going to at least clean up 2 or 3 of them before they're able to retreat. They've got to find some sort of way of jumping this Riki. And even then, again, as if Tofu's in position, there is that save. 15 seconds to the Ravage, Blink. Got to get him out of there, but the Dream Core's down. Blink's gone. Dead for 50.
Right there.
Riki also able to jump in and with the help of Stormer take down Fervian. They do both have buybacks. And Ravage will be back in a second. But back on track to cleaning up a second set of racks here, Hellbear Smashers. They're pushing in. Ace just ready and waiting for someone on No Bounty Hunter to show their face. Onto the side, they do catch the bat with the Fisher. Buyback comes out from Fervian. See what sort of a jump they are able to make. Fervian at least able to steal those Plague Wards, so can start setting up a little bit of an annoying high ground defense against the pushes of Hellbear Smashers. And Hellbear Smashers, they'll back off. Of course, Roshan will be spawning relatively soon, just under a couple of minutes until that's back in. And they can opt to play it safe here.
Nothing wrong with that. It's going to be difficult to kill the Riki once. Pretty sure it's impossible to kill him twice, so might as well make it impossible for the opponent team to win. I have no problem with that at all, as they look like they want to make something happen now that they do have Ravage before Roche is respawning.
See if they can find the jump. They'll find Tofu. Not a bad way to start it. Take away that Venge, take away that potential save if they then do get on one of the bigger cores. There'll be a buyback from Tofu straight away, though. Moving in with the BKB, Entiki trying to find his target. Won't manage to do so, though. As now, Hellbear Smashers looking to run straight back towards No Bounty Hunter. Ace looking for the chance to jump in. Has picked up the BKB now. So that Ravage, much less of a threat. And the lasso, the only real thing that can pressure him.
Yeah, both teams know Roche is the main objective that matters right now. The Radiant have managed to take back their triangle, though, so that's a good sign for them. They'll be able to get some ancient camps off of it. Maybe Ursa can complete his Abyssal in time. And also, just holding that high ground before Roche is tactically one of the best things you can do. I don't know if it'll be nearly enough, but why is it that every time you feel like the guy that's winning just gets the perfect neutral items, man? Like, I think Orb of Destruction is the best tier 3 for Riki, just because you're... like, it's effectively percentage damage, which for somebody who's critting for so much already is just so powerful. You're also an AoE slow. It stacks with your Orb of Corrosion. It's just insane, man.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's a lovely find for Ace. And next just going for the Basher. They, as you say, that this Roche fight that could potentially kick off. Still a minute to go. No Bounty Hunter. Are they going to have any more sort of smokes to play around with? They did pick up the gem on the bat. So some better ways of getting in and maybe catching the Riki with the jumps. And they've got to do it fast and in a way that allows them to get in before that BKB is popped. And now also a potential bit of counterplay. Storm has got his Lincolns, not only just for himself, but maybe also so he can keep Riki even safer against the potential Bat Lasso.
Yep, just make it even more difficult for Radiant to get the fight they want. That's the name of the game for the Dire Squad. And they're doing a good job of it with their items.
Towards Blink. I'm going to start it off with a swap back. Blink. Whoa! He just doesn't get a chance to do anything. And Stormer is over to the back. He's got the coil onto the 3. Gilga with a follow-up slam takes out the 2. And then there's going to be the buybacks coming in straight away from Blink and Flash. Khan is able to take down Gilga. Stormer pretty deep. Got the coil out as he jumps away with the orb. Ace coming in with the crits onto Khan. Khan trying to get back up to the high ground, and he will make it away. So Hellbear Smashers, I mean, they've got to go for this No Bounty Hunter. This sort of opening, they know some of the ults are down on Hellbears, and they themselves still having the Ravage. They really want to try and make something happen whilst they're in this situation. They're coming with the wrap around here, down the mid lane. They need a massive Ravage from Blink. See what they can find. There's the jump, but the Lincoln speed wasn't prepared. The Linkers puts an end to the potential lasso. Coils back up, it's dropped down onto the bat. Has enter key out for 100 seconds. Khan almost certainly going to fall as well. The Ravage is there from Blink, but not before the Ursa falls, so the follow-up damage is minimal from No Bounty Hunter, and they'll call it. GG is there. Another ultra kill from Ace to end the game, as this game one goes the way of Hellbear Smashers. And as I said, we saw a Slark pop off earlier today. We're seeing the Ricky do it right now. And Ace, other than that one, bit of a dive.